And joining me now with reaction are Pennsylvania Congressman Jason Altmaier and Florida Congressman Connie Mack. Gentlemen, welcome back to Hannity.
Hi, Sean.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Jason, let me start with you. You're a Democrat. Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, Van Hollen, Steny Hoyer, they don't seem in favor of this deal. Why?
Well, I can't speak for any other member. I want to get the tax cuts extended. I understand from the left there's some disagreement with that. This is a way to do that. There's a lot of things in this package to look at. Nobody's going to agree with everything that's in the package, but in the end, I think we have to get this done. Whatever
Happened to the spirit of bipartisanship? Republicans are hostage takers?
Well, again, I didn't say that. Others who have used that analogy can speak for themselves.
The leader of your party said that.
Well, that's not the terms that I would use. I certainly have not engaged in that kind of debate. I want to get this done.
I didn't ask if you want to get it done. I asked you if you condemn it.
I wouldn't have used the analogy.
All right. Connie Mack, your reaction.
Well, on that point, when I first heard the president talk referencing Republicans as we're taking the American people hostage, I was offended. The reality here is we're still nibbling around the edges. If we want to see economic growth, then we've got to support our small business owners. And to support the small business owners, we need to put these tax cuts in permanent so they can plan for the future. But right now, we still are in this kind of denial phase where somehow if we extend them just for 2 years, it'll make it feel better today. But that small businesses aren't making determinations just 2 years from now. They're making determinations 5 years from now, 10 years from now. They need to have some security in what the tax code is going to be, and we ought to extend the tax cuts permanently.
Do you agree with that, Jason?
I think Connie is right. He outlined the situation exactly. The recovery has been stalled in large part because of the uncertainty that the job creators have had on what the regulatory structure is going to look like and certainly what the tax code is going to look like. And I think this bill, as I review it, looks like it will provide some certainty, but certainly people who make long-term decisions on whether or not to make investment and take risk, they need to know that there's going to be, on the long-term side, that same certainty, and I don't know that we achieve that with this.
I applaud you. You're taking a position very different than many members of your party. Connie Mack, there are a lot of conservatives, and I've heard from a lot of them today. For example, the Club for Growth has come out against the plan. They think that Republicans have given too much. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I think the Club for Growth has done a good job of outlining the problem. There's a rush right now of feeling like this is the only thing we're going to get, and therefore we have to take it. I'm not sure that's the best way to do policy. Now, the reality is that with the president continuing to posture not to extend the tax cuts without all of these other things connected to it, we might find ourselves in the reality of that. But for me, I think we need to continue to fight for the tax cuts to make them permanent. Because if we really, what I don't get, Sean, is one side of the mouth says that we want to create jobs. The other side of the mouth says we're going to do everything we can to destroy that hope and dream for the job creators in this country by giving so much insecurity.
All right, let me play for both of you. As the class warfare rhetoric has gotten way out of control, I want to play a little montage here and get your reaction.
Our Republican colleagues are playing Santa Claus for millionaires, but Scrooge for the middle class.
Republicans are willing to hold hostage the middle class tax cut so they can get a tax cut for the very, very wealthy.
This tax relief for people who are fundamentally rich. The obvious choice today was to support middle Americans, middle-income Americans.
We are now at a discrepancy between regular people and our super wealthy that hasn't been matched, an income disparity that hasn't been matched since the 1920s.
What are we doing? Where are our values?
Jason, I know this isn't your position, but this is the party you caucus with. And when you hear that class warfare, what are you thinking?
I do hear that type of rhetoric, Sean, and as you know, after the health care vote, I was the target of some of that language from the left. It happens. There's a big Democratic caucus. There's a lot of difference of opinion, and I think on this issue, the nerves are raw. and people are saying things that I don't agree with, and I told you how I'm going to vote, but I can't speak for what other members are going to do.
All right, and so you're going to vote for the bill, Connie Mack, or are you going to vote for this bill?
I haven't decided yet. Right now I'm leaning no, but you know, I'm going to have to take a look at this. I'm very frustrated, though, Sean, that what's in front of me is a bill that seems to want to continue to play games instead of really getting down to the problem, which is how do we help small businesses create jobs? If we continue to pass legislation that's going to determine or you know, kind of take away their incentive to create jobs, the real question is can they continue to keep the people they have employed? So the Democrats might feel they've won something here, but the reality is small businesses are still going to have to determine whether or not they can continue to employ all the people that they have right now.
All right, gentlemen, good to see you both. Thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it.